Tichilat mapala shena. Sleep is the first step to failure. Rabbi Yehoshua of Sichnin coins this motto in the Midrash, Bereshit Rabbah, a midrash that depicts slumber as a necessary evil, since sleep takes time away from study and work and other valuable pursuits. Although it is true that some of the sleep episodes in the Tanakh do in fact mark the beginning of a person's downfall, many of them are also the key to an awakeness and heightened awareness that may lead to either success or failure. One of the recurring words in this week's Parsha is the word vayikatz, a wordplay on the name of the Parsha, MiKetz. Vayikatz is a verb that comes from the shoresh, the Hebrew root yud kuf tzadi. It means to wake up from sleep. It's a word that appears at the end of each of Pharaoh's dreams in Parashat MiKetz. This verb form also appears in the Torah after Yaakov wakes up after having the dream at Beit El of the ladder with the angels climbing up and down. After Noah wakes up from his drunken stupor to find out that his son Ham had uncovered his father's nakedness, again we see this verb, vayikatz. And again, after Shimshon awakens to find out that his locks, his powerful hair, the hair that was the source of his strength, that it had been cut and shorn by Delilah, we see this verb. In all of these cases, the verb yakatz describes more than just a literal rousing from sleep. These vayikatz moments are all moments of awakening, epiphany, realization. When Yaakov wakes up from his sleep, he becomes aware of Hashem's presence. He says, Achen, yesh Hashem b'makom hazeh, v'anochi lo yadati. Behold, God was in this place, and I didn't even know it. When Noah wakes up, he becomes aware of his son's uncouth character. Similarly, when Shimshon wakes up, he reaches a moment of awareness concerning the betrayal of his beloved Delilah. In today's Parsha, after Pharaoh wakes up, he also reaches a state of heightened awareness. Not only does he become aware of the meaning of his dreams, but he also becomes aware of Yosef's usefulness as a dream interpreter and as an economic planner. Whereas in the Noah and Samson narratives, awareness leads to the transformation of a loved one into an enemy. In this week's Parsha, MiKetz, a potential enemy is transformed into a friend. How many times have we taken the opportunity to turn our enemies or strangers into friends? When Noah woke up from his drunkenness, his perception of his son changed from positive to negative. When Shimshon woke up, his perception towards Delilah also changed from positive to negative. In both of these cases, a trusted loved one becomes transformed into an enemy through an act of betrayal. Yet in this week's Parsha, in Parashat MiKetz, we learn a valuable lesson about transforming a potential enemy into a friend. After Pharaoh woke up from his dreams, he entrusted Yosef with the interpretation of his dreams and then ultimately with the leadership of the land of Egypt. In the Midrash Avot de Rabbi Natan, it is written, Ezehu gibor, ha'oseh son'o ohavo. Who is strong? The one who turns his enemy into his friend. May we all wake up and strive to be strong like Pharaoh in this sense. May we all strive to turn our enemies into our friends by opening our eyes to what we can learn from them. May we all do our best to transform our negative and even our neutral relationships into positive ones with our adversaries, as well as with strangers and others who are not our friends yet. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Shabbat Shalom.